A food truck owner made a big investment in her business, but she says someone grabbed it right off the back of her trunk. And now she says she just wants it back. And this is a devastating blow for a small business.
Hi.
It is, Tori. We have 35 to the left of us. The business owner was driving that food truck on 35. She ran out of gas near the Woodman Drive on-ramp. She said she walked from that on-ramp over here to this gas station off of Woodman Drive to get some gas, fill her gas can up with it. When she walked back to her truck, which was off of 35, she said the generator for it, nowhere to be found.
This is the generator, a Honda EU 7000.
Nicole Cornett went on social media Saturday to get the word out about what happened to her.
So I'm on the side of 35 right here. Like literally my bus ran out of gas. I got a gas can, I came back. Somebody stole my generator.
Cornett owns the Billy Gold Bubble Tea food truck. She told me she hopped on 35 as she drove it home Saturday evening after 5:30. When the gas gauge on the truck gave her issues and suddenly claimed she was out of gas. She sent me this social media post of 35 near Woodman Drive. The red circle showed where she had to pull over. She told me she then walked over to the nearest gas station and said she was there for no more than 15 minutes. When she came back, she said the generator that was strapped down on a rack at the back of her food truck was gone. Major investment in her bubble tea business that cost more than $5,000.
It's just a bummer that somebody just saw the opportunity in the 15 minutes that I was away and having a crisis myself.
She does have a smaller generator that will allow her to continue operating the truck in the meantime, but
the best case scenario in my mind would be for the generator to be returned. Who steals from a small business?
Cornett said since sharing her story on social media, the shares and comments have been such a boost. She told me she's even been getting tips from people online.
It's like a whole community of people, and they're really rallying with me to help me get this generator back. And I love them so much. It's a great community.
And Cornett told me that an eyewitness told her they saw two men load her generator onto a smaller yellow, maybe orange pickup truck. Riverside police confirmed a police report was filed.
Look at this witchcraft. I don't even know what this means. But this dang thing saying that I have a full tank of gas. Why is it doing that? Oh, it's stressing me out. Like, I hope it said I had like a quarter or a half tank earlier.
The events that just happened to me are fucking mind-blowing. Like, I'm trying to not cry. Lighting is bad. So remember how just a few minutes ago I showed you the gas gauge and I was like, something's weird with this gas gauge. Well, then I ran out of gas. Was my back turned while they were just lifting it off of there? Or like, how could this have happened? Like, all my shit just like dangling, just gone. Who does that? That's why you put a lock on your generator. You don't just ratchet strap an expensive piece of equipment like that. That's it. I wanted to tell the story about how my generator got stolen and make a whole video on that, but to be honest, that's not really what was important. What was important was the week that followed. It's been a week and a day now. No, I did not get it back. That's a bummer, but that's just life. And it's just a material item. And that's the thing that I keep saying is it's a material item and no one got hurt. And that's all that really matters in all of this. You can purchase a new one. Is it hella expensive? Yes. Do I have insurance? Is insurance going to come through? Yes, I think that they are. I talked to my insurance agent this week and they said it was a $500 deductible. So that's even better than I thought. I thought it was going to be like $1,000 deductible. So it's really working out. I feel like it's going to be fine. And honestly, joke's on them because I didn't know you were supposed to change the oil in a generator every 25 to 30 hours. And I let it go 400 hours before I learned that lesson. So joke's on them, really, if I get a brand new one. Let's go back really quick. So last Saturday, I got my generator stolen. Just sneeze. Excuse me. You're so cute. And my generator was gone. 15 minutes. It happened so quick. Straight to Instagram. I said, Instagram, my generator got stolen. If anybody saw anything, let me know. It was busy. It was like 5:30 on a Saturday night, and the traffic was just like zooming by. So I thought, like, somebody had to see this. Synchronicity number 1. Did you see that floating dust? Okay, that's me. I just have dust. So here's the first synchronicity. Only people that have contacted me to say, I witnessed this was my 2 friends. It's okay to say their name, Mike and Sarah. I've done their hair for like 18 years. No joke. Also, no joke, Mike is hands down the number 1 reason why I even started a YouTube. He would probably be disappointed in these YouTube videos because his are like actual like cuts and scenes, and he's like teaching you something. I'm here to storytell. That's just what I want to do. I want to storytell. I want to share experiences. I want to share my life. I actually saw him yesterday, a week from the accident, like at the same time. My generator got stolen at probably, I guess like at 5:45, and I walked into their studio 5:45 yesterday. Isn't that so ironic? I didn't even think about that until right now. A week and the exact minutes probably that my generator is being stolen. Art gallery of like photographers in their space, and I had never been inside their like studio before, and I went there yesterday. A week to probably the exact minute that my generator was getting stolen to the people that I witnessed it. Okay, if the world is not a simulation, please tell me what is going on. Okay, that is just blowing my mind. And most important lesson, if you have a food truck, your generator needs to be locked. If you buy a Honda top of the line generator, a $5,000 generator, make sure you lock that thing down. That is the lesson to be learned here. I am so naive. I did not think that anybody would steal my generator. I didn't think that anybody could take it in a 15-minute window of time. I never in my wildest dreams thought that could happen. So I went straight to Instagram and TikTok. It went crazy. Not like viral or anything like that, but it got a lot of shares. It got a lot of eyes on it. And I was like, this is totally going to help me. Somebody's going to say, oh, that yellow truck is my neighbor and he's actually a jerk and I see him with stolen stuff all the time. Here's his address. Here's his license plate number. Something. I thought someone was going to come forward and say they saw something. That's why I went so hard with social media. I just know that with like petty and small crimes, this isn't a petty crime, this is a felony, but with these smaller crimes, when you're not like killing somebody, hurting somebody, doing something like that, no one's actually investigating these things. No one really follows through. I'm just saying that like I just kind of knew it was just gonna slip under the radar, and that's why people get away with these crimes, because they know that there is essentially no consequences to them, which is sad. I mean, honestly, it really made me be like, I'm going to become a detective. I am going to do vigilante work, find these people. I don't have that kind of time. I wish I did. Maybe I will. Maybe that'll be my next hobby. Stay tuned. If there's a YouTube video on it, you'll know I'm doing it. And people were so nice. I don't know if the news caught it on Instagram. I think people were sending them these stories. So then Channel 2 and Channel 7 both came out, interviewed me, and kind of got my story and put it on the news, which was crazy. I was like, this is wild. This is getting even more coverage. Someone is definitely going to see something. Somebody's going to say, oh, I know this yellow truck. They live right next door to me. Or as a week has gone by now, I'm losing hope that I'm going to get it back. It's just, I thought if I was going to get it back, it was going to be in the first couple days. And the fact that I had an eyewitness, I felt really strong about it. But I'm not going to lie, I am losing a little bit of hope on it. It's the little unique things that like just connected so much. Well, first off, my DMs and my Instagram just popped off. It was crazy. People were just sending me yellow trucks, kind words, like sharing, resharing. There was a GoFundMe that went up and raised like $5,000. It was crazy. I actually contacted GoFundMe though, and I asked them to please return the money back to everybody. One, even if insurance didn't come through, I don't want anybody's money. This is a me problem. I don't want this to become an everybody else's problem in the month of December. So that was the biggest thing, was I just couldn't take the money. There would be no part of me that could ever accept the money. I know it is so kind and people are so generous. That's more than any gift I could ever ask for, really. It's just to feel loved and supported. And I'm almost wondering if that's what this was all about, is because I get in these moods where I kind of become hard on myself. Sell bubble tea out of a rainbow bus. Grow up a little. I just say these like really unkind things, or like, there's like 10 bubble tea shops in Dayton now. Like, what are you even doing? Like, go do something else. You know, I get hard on myself and say these hard things. And then I was received with like nothing but absolute, just pure love and kindness. And this was two people. This was two people that made a bad decision, and my entire community like rallied with me for me to find this generator. And just like right in that moment when I'm just like, just quit. No one likes your bubble tea anymore. Everyone like, we love your tea. I'm so sorry this happened to you. The thing I have to think about is that these people probably live an empty life. Like, you're going around stealing from people. Two people that made a bad decision, had a weak moment, and I got like lifted with love. So like, who wins here? It's me. It's definitely me. I won. You might have got my $5,000 generator, but I'm getting a new one. I needed it more than I did. That's what I say all the time. I remember this time that I went on a walk with my parents on the beach. We left all of our shoes in a pile on the beach, and I had Nike slides. And my papa said, what if someone takes your shoes? And I said, if they take my shoes, they must have needed them more than I did. Sure as shit, when we came back, everybody's shoes were there but mine. They took your shoes. I said, they must have needed them more than I did. And that was that. Can't help but really always remember that somebody takes something, I guess they needed it more than I did. They must have needed the money more than I did. They must have needed the generator more than I did. It's whatever. It's a material item. It's gone. Okay? The generator story hits the news. So everybody's seeing this, and my neighbor, like right next door, is getting their kitchen like remodeled. I was out walking my dogs, and then when we came up, they were like loading their equipment into the van and stuff out there. And he said, was that you on the news? It's like shady stuff. He goes on to tell me about how he used to buy stolen tools. He said, I used to buy stolen tools until every time I would buy stolen tools, I would end up getting robbed. And I was like, that's karma. So I know that there's a market for stolen tools. I know that people buy them. So I'm coming back to these contractors that were in my neighbor's driveway who recognized me. I gave them bubble teas. I said, have a good day. Thanks so much. If you hear or see anything, let me know. Whatever. I can't remember what day it was. Wednesday. It was Wednesday morning. Hey, Rose, where are you trying to go? I drove my kids to school, and I hit one of those, like, sewer things, popped my tire. Flat instantly. I was trying to understand what the universe was trying to tell me. It was raining. I had to get out. I had to put a spare on it. But the point of that story, though, is in that moment, and I'm just sitting in my car, and my phone rings. And I'm not really sure why I answered this, because I never really answer calls that I don't know the number. I was hoping maybe it was like a lead or a tip on the generator that they saw something. So I was like, I'm going to answer this call. And had I not just been sitting in my car, I don't think that I would have answered. And it was this nice man by the name of Greg. And he told me that he had saw my story on the news and that he was compelled to buy me an entire new generator. And I said, I cannot take your money. I said, that is the nicest gesture anybody has called and offered for me. But one, you're a stranger. I don't want to take your money. Two, I think that insurance is going to come through. And he said, well, I'll pay your deductible. I mean, he was so nice. He said that he heard the news on Sunday or Monday, and it sat with him for a couple days. And then by Wednesday morning, he said that, I'm not religious, so I don't know, I'm probably quoting this wrong, but like Jesus or someone had told him to buy this generator for me. And I was like, Greg, that is the nicest thing ever. It's Christmas. I don't want to take your money. I appreciate you so much. I will keep you updated. We had the nicest, friendliest call. He told me that he used to have a small business doing like office cleanings and things like that. And he just knew how hard it was to operate a small business, let alone, you know, if somebody stole something from you that helps your business operate. And it was just really refreshing. It was really insanely nice to just have a stranger call you and offer you this insane gift for no reason at all. And the fact that I had popped this tire and I was just having this, really starting to spiral and feel bad for myself. So why are so many bad things happening to me? You know, popping my tire, getting my generator stolen. I was like, I must have really done something bad. But then I got this nice phone call. And it was like the universe making me kind of take things for what they are. And while I was stopped and trying to put this tire on, a donut on, another stranger stopped to offer to help me. Pointers and tips, and you know, I was trying to crank it up, and then he said, here, I'll take a turn, and then he started cranking it up. He said, I'm already late for work, just might as well. And then here's another thing that was really weird, and another synchronicity is I went to go get my nails done, telling Haley, my nail girl, that I had gotten this generator stolen. When I was leaving my nail appointment, it was like dark out, 6 o'clock at night, you know, so it's like pitch black out, and I had just been talking about my generator, and I walked out and I started to feel really sad, like almost like I wanted to cry. And when I'm just not really that much of a crier, I've had so much love, it's been hard to be that sad. Talking about it and really processing all of it and what that meant, and the fact that I had really hustled really hard last summer to buy that generator, and then someone just took it. You know, that just was such a bummer. Like, I worked my butt off last summer. But anyway, I walk out of the nail salon and I'm starting to feel like I'm going to get teary and cry. And I'm like walking to the car from across the parking lot, Billy Gold? And I was like, what? She goes, did you get your generator back? No, I'm sad to say I didn't. And she said, I think you're going to get it back. And I was like, thank you. And then I'm looking at her and I'm realizing her name is Katie. And I'm pretty sure that that is the Katie that contacted my really good friend Katie and told her we need to set up a GoFundMe. And I was like mind blown. Like, how in the moment where I'm about to start to feel sad, there's somebody right there who made this insanely impactful thing happen to me to make me feel so loved. Like, all right, universe. And I just went to my car and I was like, well, I'm obviously not gonna cry now. It's totally fine. Like, every time I go to feel sad, something is right there, like lifting me back up. But wait, it keeps going. I go to Home Depot with my mom. So I'm helping my parents build a house in my free time. I go with the trailer to Home Depot and get all this insulation like loaded off to go rent this equipment. And we go back to the rental place where you rent the equipment. Looking around in this rental space, just like looking at all of this big machinery and equipment, and start thinking about my generator. I'm gonna have to go buy another generator. I need to go look for one. Just thinking about this. And then I turn around and the girl at the service counter right there is like, bubble tea? And I was like, yeah, her husband does all my tattoos. So sorry about your generator. I saw it on his posting. No joke, talking to this person here at the counter. This man waiting right here goes, oh, I saw that on the news. I'm so sorry. You know, and then we're all like talking about this generator within moments of me looking at all this equipment, starting to feel sad about the generator. I'm like, weird. This is so weird. What a small little world. And granted, I do live in a small town, Dayton, but it's not like tiny. Like, I'm going to look up the population. I'm sure we have like a decent amount of people that live here anyway. Through the doors to leave Home Depot, and the contractors from Monday from my neighbor's driveway is standing at the self-checkout. Okay, tell me that we're not living in a simulation at this point, because I'm so confused how all of these things can be happening. I've been nothing but loved, supported. It's a material item. It'll get replaced. It's fine. Like, that's it. Really, this is a long video, a long story with just me and my tiny microphone. But I just want to tell you, happening to you that isn't the way that you like it, and it's disappointing you in life, look at the other end of it. Because I promise that there's some sort of message that's being delivered. The message isn't coming in exactly clear right now. I'm definitely feeling like a certain kind of way. Lifted by love, for sure. And if you're a person that steals from other people, stop. Like, stop right now. I'm not joking. Like, it looks bad. It's bad for karma. It's not respecting the energy. If you're a person that loves, gives love, spreads happiness, kindness, keep doing it. I'm here for it. I love you. I hope your week is wonderful. Despite the shitty things that happened in my week was wonderful, and it was full of love, and I'm grateful for it. I'm gonna keep making YouTube videos. I know that this isn't quite that exciting. It's more like a little podcast. So, just do your chores, turn it on. There's nothing to see here. It's just me and a microphone and my hands moving a lot. Actually, it's why I re-recorded this video, because the other video I was talking so much and moving my hands so much, the cord was like whipping on a hard surface and I couldn't stand it. The other thing that happened too was when I was sitting in the parking lot waiting after my generator had gotten stolen, waiting for the officer to come and take the report, and another food truck owner saw me sitting there and pulled up. Yummy Euro pulled up and he said, "Are you okay?" And he gave me a baklava and we talked. We just like shot the shit and like just wild. If I hadn't been there, I wouldn't have ran into him. Peace, love, and boba. Hang in there if your week was rough. I promise you it's gonna get better. We're not guaranteed or promised anything in life. You gotta make the best of what you got, right? Love you so much. Bye-bye now. And I was like, you have a gas can right here. Just go get the gas. Off ramp, up the on ramp. What is it called? On ramp onto the highway.